If you're in the business of exposing media gaslighting like we are, there is no more fertile field than cheating in elections. We've been pretty busy, and here are our top 10 public opinion facts about election integrity. If you question elections, I think you'll find that you're not alone. 2020 was the safest, most secure election in history. And how about voter IDs are racist? Or only fringe conspiracy theorists believe in election fraud? Or how about there has never been evidence of cheating in elections? If those aforementioned headlines make you cringe, then this video is for you. We've done a lot of polling on the topic of election integrity, certainly more than anyone else, so we're sort of the only experts on the subject. So here is our top 10 list of shareable mind blowers, and what I think are in order of increasing importance. Please share this video to help get the word out, and if you think of an angle we missed, tell us in the comments. Okay, the first one at number 10. 58% say that wider use of mail-in voting will lead to more cheating in elections. 39% say it's very likely. Democrats are the only demographic in which less than a majority think that mail-in ballots increase cheating, but 41% of them still say it's likely. Next at number 9, 63% agree that Congress should pass a truly bipartisan election reform bill, including 35% who strongly agree. Only 15% strongly disagree. The demographic crosstabs on this one are so consistent across gender, age, race, and party that they're not even worth showing. Coming in at number 8, 60% of voters, a strong majority, think opponents to voter ID are only trying to make it easier to cheat. 42% of voters strongly agree with that statement, and only 19% of voters strongly disagree. There isn't much of a variation among racial and age demographics, but 73% of Republicans, 55% of independents, and even half of Democrats agree with that statement. Number 7, 84% of voters think election integrity will be an important issue in this fall's midterm. That puts it really high up on the list of voter issues, below economic issues like inflation and gas prices, but higher than, check this out, violent crime, the Ukraine war, national security, abortion, illegal immigration, and climate change. CNN, it looks like ignoring this topic will not make it go away. Number 6 on the list, 75% of black voters believe that voting is either too easy or about right. That is incredibly in line with the rest of the voting population, proving that even though liberal narratives paint restrictions like photo IDs as racist, black voters do not see it that way. All right, halfway done. 90% think it's important to prevent cheating in elections, including 83% of voters who say it's very important. You're going to have to trust me here. 90% is about the highest number of voters I've ever seen agreeing on anything. Americans hate the idea of cheating in elections. Here are the party breakdowns, and the political ideology numbers are just as close, so it isn't even a party thing. If Americans are so concerned about preventing cheating, why will the mainstream media ignore evidence out of investigations being conducted in the swing states? I know this is number 5, but this might be the most important takeaway of this whole video. Number 4, only 26% of voters think that photo IDs discriminate against some voters. 2/3 of voters say no, and that is a huge majority. Even more Democrats say no than yes, and among independents, it's over 4-1. Once again, we've been told for decades that increased voter requirements are discriminatory, but black voters and Hispanic voters by a 20-point and a 32-point margin say photo IDs are not discriminatory. All right, now we're in the top 3. 59% say it is more important to make sure that there is no cheating in elections, but only 38% say it's more important to make it easier for everybody to vote. Democrats are much more likely than Republicans or independents to think it's important to make it easier for everybody to vote. But look at this. Let's compare the opinions of black voters versus Democrat voters, whom, to be honest, are often in lockstep. This is about as big a difference as I've ever seen. Here we are at number 2. 55% of voters say that it's likely cheating affected the outcome of the 2020 presidential election. By the way, that 55% number is higher even than the percentage of the popular vote that Biden won in 2020. This isn't some fluke result either. With practically the same weighting with which we predicted a Biden win in 2020, we've tested this one regularly over the last 2 years. And a strong majority have always thought Biden's victory was potentially affected by cheating. 75% of Republicans, 53% a majority of independents, and even 35% of Democrats think that it's likely. And finally, we're at number 1, what I think is the most relevant election integrity takeaway. 2020 was a strange election. Trump had a seemingly insurmountable grassroots support, and Biden had seemingly insurmountable media support. And most importantly, the drastic increase in mail-in ballots presented a new paradigm. But that was it, right? The outcome was the outcome, and it's behind us. I'm not so sure that the voting public agrees. 62% of voters are concerned about cheating in the 2022 midterms, including 39% who are very concerned. Only 17% are not at all concerned. And here are the party demos. 82% of Republicans, but also 54% of independents, and even 49% of Democrats are concerned. And here's a little bonus. How likely is it that there will be widespread cheating that will affect the outcome of this fall's midterms? 49%, near a majority of all voters, say it's likely, and less than a quarter say not at all likely. That's right. Pretty much half of the electorate thinks that widespread cheating is now likely to affect the outcomes of routine national elections. If your news channel has spent roughly 0 minutes on this topic over the last few years, or even worse, gaslights you, then you need to find different sources. Here's a good place to start. Follow our Twitter feed, subscribe to our channel, and check out Emerald Robinson's show, Absolute Truth on Frank TV. I can guarantee that will help you hear more about this important topic. Thank you.